Fun fact, Hot Springs, Arkansas is just a short 5-hour drive from Dallas, so come along with us as we explore this beautiful city. So where did we stay? Out in the woods in this absolutely adorable little cabin, and it was absolutely stunning. Every single detail had so much thought put into it, which was really appreciated. And it's a little pricey, and to be honest, we did not pay for it because I pitched my content creation services and was able to get a gig where they let us stay for free in exchange for content. So we were very blessed to be able to experience this cabin firsthand. And we spent a lot of time just chilling here because they have a hot tub outside, they had a fire pit, it was super cozy, it had lots of walking trails around, and so we didn't really need to leave. Like, we could have just stayed here and enjoyed the cute little cabin. But even though we could have just stayed here the whole time, it was also really nice because even though we were literally out seemingly in the middle of nowhere, it only took like 10 minutes to get into town. And walking around downtown Hot Springs is a must, of course. There are tons of shopping and dining experiences. They have Bathhouse Row, and I've been here a few times, and every time I go and I get a signature scent from one of their soaperies, and it smells so good. But you of course have to take time walking around downtown Hot Springs. And behind the Bathhouse Row, there's actually Hot Springs National Park, and it's super easily accessible. And there are trails all throughout the whole entire park, but there's also this loop that's paved and really nice. So if you need just to walk through nature, this is a very easy, accessible way to get out there and do that. Now let's talk food. One of the very first places we went was Superior Bathhouse Brewery. And this used to be an olden day bathhouse that they converted into a brewery. Now, I don't even like beer really, but this was probably one of the favorite places I ate just because it was so fun and such an experience. And their beer is actually, decently tasty for somebody who doesn't even like it. So you'll hear a lot of people say, oh, you have to go here. And I agree with that. You do have to go here. Even the food was super, super good. Oh, and it's worth mentioning that they make the beer with the hot springs water. So that's cool. And side note, I'm a big coffee gal. And I have to say, coffee is not the strong suit of Hot Springs. For some reason, every single one I tried was kind of watery, which was a little unfortunate, but it keeps you going. Another place we went to was the Grateful Head, which you can get a pizza, another beer. It has a huge outdoor patio, and the pizza was actually very delicious. We just got a small little one to split because we were feeling a little snacky, and it was the perfect size, and again, super delicious. And then one of the evenings we dressed up cutesy and went to this really cool restaurant called The Vault. It was super unique, and even the menus lit up when you open them, which was super handy if you can't see in the dark atmosphere. But it was very moody, very cool. The food was delicious. And the coolest part is that it's connected to this lounge called The Heist. So essentially you go up these stairs and you can access this really cool room where it's a bunch of different lounging spots. I could definitely see myself becoming a regular here if I lived in Hot Springs because it's just so moody and such a vibe. And I'm pretty sure they have live music there as well. And believe it or not, you can venture outside of downtown Hot Springs, which is what we did to get this food. There was a little food truck park and we grabbed a quick little meal here. Very delicious. For breakfast, you gotta go to the pancake shop. This is another one people say they love, and I agree. Very olden day style, classic cafe vibes, and the food was very solid. The waitress told me to do this, so don't judge. I've got my jug. Gonna fill it up with some Hot Springs water. I don't know how to do it. So this part of Hot Springs is actually really cool. They pump up the hot springs straight from the ground and you can take it for free, essentially. It is hot water, but it is completely consumable. We are at Buckstaff Baths, going to try the bathing. I don't think they let you have phones, so I'll let you know how it goes afterwards. Cute. So we finished our time at the bathhouse. So it's not as exposing as you would think it is because yes, you get naked, but they give you a sheet to cover up in between each of the stations. So the only person who actually sees you naked is your attendant. And even then it's like a very professional sort of vibe. So essentially you go into this room, this locker room, where you put all of your stuff in a locker. And then the first station is your own private bath. And it's water straight out of the hot springs, of course, and they make it bubbly, and you lounge in there for so long. I think it's the hottest I've ever been in my life. It was so hot. Hallie didn't think it was that hot, but I was literally sweating my butt off. I was like dying. And then after the bath, they take you to these chairs, these tables almost. It's not even a chair, it's like a table. They put you on a table and then they put hot towels all over your body. And that's like steaming hot, scorching hot towels all over your body. And then you lay there for another 15 minutes or so. And then the next station is the metal box. And so they sit you down on this seat and then they close up the metal box around you and your head is the only thing that's left outside of the box. And you just sit there and steam for a while. And then the last station, you essentially just sit in hot water. And so it's literally just like your booty area where you're sitting in this basin of hot water and then the rest of you is out in the open. And then if you do the traditional package, you have those 4 stations and then you go and get a massage. And it's like a 20-minute massage. I wouldn't say these masseuses are necessarily professional masseuses. Mine literally told me she learned all of her tricks off of YouTube. And so, you know, take the massage with a grain of salt. It's also like a very soft massage, you know, nothing too intense, just like a more for circulation, I would say. And then that's it. And then you dry off and head on out. But I think it is 100% worth it. If you're going to be in hot springs, you might as well experience a traditional bathhouse and try it for yourself. Anything else I should add? No? No. I'd do it again. She would do it again. We also like to do what the locals do, and so we found out that there was a farmer's market on Saturday mornings, and so we had to go, of course, and do it. It was very small, but, you know, everyone was super friendly, and there were some cutesy things there as well. And last but not least, of course, I have to call out the Garvan Woodland Center because holy moly, it is beautiful. There's also this chapel called Anthony Chapel that's on the garden grounds, and it is probably like the most stunning thing ever. I felt like I was a little fairy in a make-believe fairy tale, and this was like the chapel that everybody gathered at. So cool, so worth it, so beautiful. And then in the park, they have really cool things too, like this giant tree house you can go inside and explore and climb inside of. And of course, the gardens themselves are absolutely stunning. You could probably spend hours and hours and hours just walking through here because it is so beautiful. But it does get hot in the summertime in the middle of the day. So if you do go over summer, try to do it in the morning, like as soon as they open, so it's not too hot. So Hallie, what was your favorite part of this trip?
My favorite part of the trip was this beautiful place we stayed. And I also love the bathhouse experience.
I think the bathhouse is my favorite part too.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
So fun. We're just waiting for the deer now.
Hopefully our little friends come.
Wow.